Hello there. Hi, greetings. This is Shrikant here. A very warm welcome and thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to quickly run you through some of the interesting concepts which I felt is important, which I have learned from my mentor, and something which whenever I have applied this concept, I have seen that a lot more improvement in my thought process and the way I look at things have changed a lot. And while applying these particular principles, it has helped me to combat and take over the current situation and challenges what all of us are going through. So what kind of change it can bring into your perspective, I thought that it is something which would be very, very useful for you also to understand this particular concept and start applying this in your day-to-day life to see some positive changes happening around you. To begin with, the first aspect which I wanted to share with you is something which is called as law of impermanence. Now, the nature itself operates under this law of impermanence. Now, law of impermanence exactly, it means that nothing remains permanent. Everything keeps on changing and everything is in a transition phase all the time at any given point of situation. So day would translate into night, night would translate into day. There would be changes happening in season from summer to monsoon, and from monsoon to winter, and from winter to autumn and summer again. So this cycle would keep on continuing. Similarly, our body is evolving at every moment, at every second, every millisecond. The cells in our body are going through a lot of transition at every given point of time. So we never move backwards, we always move forward. We keep on changing, we keep on evolving. Similarly, be it economic cycles, the currency levels, how they keep on fluctuating, they keep on changing every now and then. The situations around us, the circumstances around us in our life, currently whatever we are going through in the form of a pandemic, again, this is something which was never anticipated in our entire lifetime. We never felt that we would even experience something like this, right? So the entire world, the entire globe is going through the same phenomena at the same time. The challenge is same for every individual on this planet. Imagine a same challenge being faced by every individual on this planet. But how do we deal with this situation is something which would matter more than anything else. So law of impermanence usually says that everything has to change. So even if we are going through a challenging time, it has to lead to good times. And when you are going through good times, always be ready to accept the fact that there might be some challenges which might be coming around. Now, taking this into cognizance and understanding this, that law of impermanence would always exist, it would always be there. Another important thing to understand is this particular formula which I have learned from my mentor, that is E plus R is equal to O. Now what are these three elements of E plus R is equal to O? E stands for events, R stands for the response, and O stands for the outcome based on this. So a combination of events and response would actually determine the outcome. Now let's quickly break it down and try and understand each of these. Event is something which we do not directly influence or something which is beyond our control. It is something which is beyond your sphere of influence or something which you cannot impact or change directly too much. So anything which is beyond your control, it might be weather, it might be climatic conditions, or anything which is actions being taken outside of you, people around you, or maybe some organizations or some bodies or institutions or government for that matter. So things like demonetization, GST, government policies getting changed, laws getting changed, the fluctuations happening in the currency exchange rate, or the virus or pandemic which we are going through at this point of time. All of these are events which happen, and events can be of a smaller scale or event can be of a larger scale. Event can be something which is at a very local level or even up to an individual level, or event can be something which can impact many people around us. So anything can be event, but in a given situation, now event is something, as I said, it is something which is beyond our control, which is beyond our scope of influence, right? What is in our scope of influence or what is in our control is our response, which is 100% completely in our control. Now this is where the true power lies, right? Now, response can again be of two types for a particular situation. A response can be something which is negative, and a response can be something which is positive for a particular event which is happening. A negative response can be in the form of fear, worry, anxiety, sadness. All of these emotions would trigger if the response is not positive, if the response is negative. And typically these kind of emotions get triggered based on how we deal with a particular event, right? A particular event, if we are not understanding, if we are not aware about what's happening around us, and if we are not taking our own consciousness level appropriately to a higher level to understand that what exactly is happening around us and how to deal with in the form of response what we give. The best way to understand is that a very clear submission and realization that if an event has happened, it is something which is past, something which has already occurred. So instead of going the negative way in the form of either blaming or complaining or justifying, what can be a more mature or a conscious response which can lead to probably a positive outcome is something which is very much in our own control. So typically a negative response usually fall in these categories of either blaming or complaining or justifying. Blaming people around us or blaming the situations and things around us which is happening. Similarly, complaining about anything which is happening in your life. So that means whatever is happening in my life, I am not responsible. Somebody else or something else is responsible. So not taking 100% responsibility is a reflection of that. So taking 100% responsibility by not blaming, by not complaining and not justifying the current situation is something which needs to be consciously understood, and always bearing that in our mind is what we can do in the form of switching the kind of response which we have. It is just a small switch which needs to be turned around, right? So certain things which can be done is not getting influenced by all these factors which might bring in probably negativity in your thoughts and in your emotions. So not getting exposed to such kind of negative influences through newspaper, through televisions or through social media, or any kind of being or participating in any kind of gossips which might be happening around us, and also not being careless with respect to any kind of rules and guidelines which are imposed to ensure that the current situation what we are going through, it is properly controlled. So taking the right efforts to take care of yourself and not be a person who would be a carrier to this virus. So ensure that whatever health and hygiene related actions need to be taken, need to be done positively, and in the given circumstances not to get influenced by any kind of negative sources, right? So to bring about a positive approach, what you can do is ensure that whatever time which is available, how best productively you can utilize by improving your health, your physical health and mental health. Now, physical health can be by any of the activities, being it workout or yoga or anything of that sort, which helps you to improve your physical condition. Similarly, mental health can be by focusing on improving your skill set and mindset both, right? Now, this can be done through books, videos, listening to podcasts, watching videos and reading good books. So all of these things which would help you to be better prepared to handle the situations which might happen subsequent to the things coming to normalcy. So once the impact would subside, once things come to in a normal situation, would you be better prepared? Is a better version of you ready to take on the new world which would be coming up? Understand that things have changed a lot. The world is not going to be the same once things come back to normal. Things would be very different. Now, are you better prepared with better mindset, with better skill set is something which you need to ask for yourself. So investing your time productively to improve your skill set and mindset is something which you can do as a positive response. Similarly, spending more quality time with family, looking at your vision and goal. If you are having enough time in the current situation, you can plan out your future pretty well. Look at what is the bigger purpose which you want to serve. Look at the kind of specific milestone and goals which you want to set for yourself for the remaining part of the year and thereafter. Look at any tasks which you have put at the back burner, any unfinished task which you want to complete, which you always wanted to do, but somehow because of paucity of time, you always felt that it cannot be done at this point of time. Take up those tasks and try and complete that. Decluttering your house is equivalent to decluttering your mind. So take time out to declutter all those things again which were being put at the back burner and you had somewhere laid back and not addressing those things and were not working on decluttering your house. Now doing that task itself will help you to declutter your mind to a large extent. Plan out your finances in a much more better way. Understand what kind of disciplines need to be put in to manage the current situation and from a future perspective also, so that the financial aspect is pretty well planned for you. Look at your investments, look at your portfolio and whatever things you might be having as a part of your income and expense management. Look at those aspects. Very importantly, in this current situation, it might have triggered a very important thought process in your mind, is that when such kind of uncertainties come across, are you better prepared, in the sense that besides only relying on plan A, are there anything else which you have already somewhere earlier you were only thinking about but had not taken any actions around it, or even explored seriously in the form of any ideas coming out in your mind or any opportunities which you are looking for? So this is the best time for you to analyze and look into those opportunities seriously and see what are the merits of such opportunities, especially the opportunities which can bring passive income besides while you are working either in your job or in your self-employment or whatever you might be doing, your current source of income. Are there any other options which can expand that horizon and help you to create multiple streams of income, right? Multiple streams of income is something which is the need of the hour. If one source of income is somewhere or somehow it's getting impacted, not having multiple source of income would kind of negatively impact your finances significantly, right? So understanding this aspect of creating multiple source of income, the importance of that, and what are the best possible options which will help you to create multiple source of income, where you can eventually create a system, and through that system you are able to generate passive income for now and for future as well. So understand what are those such opportunities, evaluate that either through online and offline opportunities which might be existing. So look around you, connect with people who might be having better understanding and knowledge around such opportunities is something which definitely one should do. Eventually something which would lead to a financial freedom which you might like to achieve from a longer run. So financial freedom, simply put, is something where your passive income, where your active maneuvers and active time and effort is not required to be put, a passive income source is generated, and the passive income source generates enough income for you which is higher than the expenses for you to maintain your current lifestyle. So whatever lifestyle which you have currently or you would like to have in future also, so as long as your passive income source is good enough and is generating enough inflow or revenue for you which is higher than your expenses for your current lifestyle, maintaining your current lifestyle. So look at how you can migrate to that level of achieving financial freedom, because typically when we talk about financial freedom, more often than not people do not understand that what exactly financial freedom by definition itself would mean. So this is the simplest form of definition one can have, right? Eventually migrating from active income source to a high level of passive income source, right? So that your active man hours gets reduced. So when we talk about financial freedom, it's not only about money, it's not only about wealth, it is also about the time. See, there are so many people who are millionaires, right? But looking at the kind of active effort which they put to reach to that level and maintain that level, if that time which is involved is continuously on the higher side, that means they're still in the trap of generating sources of income through active way. So passive income is something which would eventually help you to achieve financial freedom. So that is something which definitely you can plan out in a positive way as a part of response which you can do. So Net net, when we talk about outcome is absolutely a combination of how do you respond to a particular event. Your response would largely determine the outcome which would be there in your life for you. So now when we are talking about outcome, this is an outcome for any individual. Based on your kind of response, whether it is a positive response or a negative response, would eventually determine the outcome which you might be having for yourself. So various things which you can do, some of the hacks or the tips which I'm sharing here is start your day positively. The first 1 hour which you spend for your day is something which is very crucial. Use this time for improving your mental health, focusing on your goal, looking at some of the things which would help you to raise your vibrations in a positive way by doing gratitude, by doing forgiveness. So these meditations would definitely help you to raise your vibrations so that you are tuned into the right frequency. Also, physically, what best you can do in the form of yoga, pranayam, any kind of workouts which you would like, anything which physically helps you to get recharged, right? Stop feasting on any kind of negative news. Any updates which you require would automatically come to you in some way or the other. So just look at the updates. At most, if you want, spend just few minutes to get those updates, but need not dwell upon it too much and allow it to run in your thoughts consistently, right? Work towards raising your consciousness level by improving the awareness, understanding and knowledge around a particular subject, right, which would help you to improve your productivity and performance. Read good books. There are so many books around you. There are so many sources through which you can go through the books, either physically or through audio books, right? So both of the, whatever is suitable for you, select your way of going through the learning part. So anything which would help you, any form of learning which would help you to improve your skill set as well as mindset is the best way to invest your time productively. So reading books. Also, if you are there on social media actively, instead of just randomly moving around here and there in social media, it's always better to be focused and ensure that your time on social media is also productive by subscribing to the right people who are having the right mindset, who can give you the right knowledge. So there are so many other sources also through which you can go through the learning part, be it Udemy, Coursera. There are so many sources. You can subscribe to them, get those courses which are pretty good and at a lesser price. Definitely you should go through that part of learning. Use various mind power tools which would help you to improve your vibration level, your mental frequency in the right way. And also, if there are any kind of limiting beliefs or anything which is kind of creating a mental roadblock for you, identify those beliefs and use various tools, mind power tools which might be there. You can apply these tools like Sedona method or tapping or emotional freedom techniques. So tools like this would help you to overcome those obstacles and those limiting beliefs which you might be having, right? And last but not the least, follow some hobby which actually helps you to create that happiness for you, around you, and which would automatically help you to raise your vibration levels in the best way, and you are mentally in the right zone. So all of these things, once we start applying, we definitely see a positive change happening within you. And I have experienced this myself consistently. When I am following this consciously and understanding this formula of E plus R is equal to O, and very clearly focusing precisely that for a particular event which is happening in my life, and for that particular event, what can be my response? Now, event can be something, one more just quickly I wanted to add, event might be something which is happening around me. Also, an equivalent to an event is a thought which might be coming to my mind. So how I am treating that thought and how I am responding to a particular thought in my own mind is also equally important. So understanding this science that the mind controls everything around us in our life, the power of mind is tremendous, and we should understand what is the power of our mind and we should utilize it to our best benefit. So use this formula. Always remember E plus R is equal to O. O largely depends on the R or the response which we give for a particular event. Event is something which is not in our control or influence directly, but an event is something, if it has happened, how do I respond to that particular event will determine the outcome which I want. If the outcome is something which is very specific and clear, which you want to achieve for your benefit, then you need to look at the response for that particular event in your life. I hope I could add some value for your learning for the day. And if you are watching this particular video on YouTube, I would request you to please subscribe to my channel and click the like button, and also post your comments. Your comments and views would definitely be very, very helpful for me to bring about similar learning videos in near future. And besides YouTube, if you are watching this video or listening to this as a podcast, please share your comments, your views. Your feedback is very valuable and would help me a lot. Thank you so much and have a great day. Enjoy your day. Bye bye for now.